Okay, I want to speak about the resist peer pressure or go against the grain of what some societies impose. I live in Italy, which is a country that is dominated by the political correctness and the pro-NATO, you know what NATO is, mentality. That means that everybody is against Russia to a point that is verging on being really straight racists. And I can say out and loud that I stand with Russia, not because I condone wars. A war is the last resort, and everybody sees the final thing. Is a war is something you shouldn't do. It's a very complicated thing. My understanding is this: what's going on has been brewing for 8 years, and if you disregard completely the needs or the claims of a very powerful nuclear nation, that's an accident, a ticking bomb. And now we see the result and say, okay, Russia attacked Ukraine. It's more complicated than this, but now they say, no, you shouldn't say that it's complicated. He attacked, he attacked, he attacked. Oh, they attacked. Never, it's never like this. When there is a crime during the trial, you will take into account, or the judge, everything that happened before. It's not that the way they present to us what's going on. It's like a crazy man that overnight thought, oh wait, we know what should I do tomorrow? Why should I attack Ukraine? It's not like this. I know what happened, but I know saying these things is really in this country the way I also spoke about the things that I cannot speak about. You know what I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about the Vidocq. You know, you change and you understand. And I spoke my mind. And all around me, oh no, wow, no, you should wear a mask, you should get the, no. I always spoke my mind. I don't feel, even if everybody around you thinks the opposite, speak your mind. If for nothing else, just to make people understand that even if I don't like what you're saying, I have to accept it. So taking part in a war for one of the two sides, it can happen. Okay? I can side with Russia, you can side with Ukraine. We are not, I wouldn't say, oh, shame on you. You don't side with the same country I support. It's another person. I don't agree. I don't agree what's going on. I don't agree with the fact that they have been bombing a part of the country for 8 years and nobody said anything. But I know that some people can have a different opinion. Okay? If we come to the point that we attack people just for not sharing our opinion, it's a hell on earth. Okay? I think if people kept an open mind and saw things the way they are during these 8 years, we wouldn't have come to this, because there would be a dialogue. But when the chief of NATO say, if Russia wants less NATO, they will get more NATO. That's a slap in the face of a big country. They couldn't, but yes, if they, when you behave in a sheepish way and you avoid confrontment, you don't have a war. But that's not a solution, because obviously but you would be dominated. You would not be a free country. They've been trying in every manner to stifle Russia. It's too big, too full of resources, and to be treated like any other country. They always won their major wars, except for Afghanistan, but they kept Syria free from Western influence. And it's not Russia that Russia has been accepting for 30 years that NATO gets near, and NATO was born against Russia, against the Soviet Union. And when the Soviet Union collapsed, we should see the collapse or the end of NATO. It did happen. It's a long story and it's very difficult to explain, but everybody is for Ukraine, not because they balanced the two opinions and the two point of views, because they see just one thing. He attacked. Okay, that's true. Russia attacked. How many times America struck first? Always. Oh, there's death of civilians. Okay, I don't know how many deaths there are, but I'm sure there were many, many deaths in Nazi Germany. Should we have stopped a war because there was, and the Americans dropped 2 atomic bombs? It's a big hypocrisy in all this story, and there's a big brinksmanship. Should we be involved, the whole world, in an atomic war because of Ukraine? That's just crazy. Even if we were right, what is the option? Nuclear war for Ukraine because America wants to push Russia to the wall. I know that culturally, surely I'm more American. I speak English, I play jazz, I play country music, I watch American movies, but I don't speak Russian. I speak Greek, I'm learning Turkish, and I speak Italian obviously because I live in Italy. But I have a huge respect for Russian culture, for their literature, for their composers. And no, I respect Russia. Russia has given to the mankind much more than Ukraine, much more than Poland. I have to take this into account. I cannot see them as demons because the whole time 24/7 the television is demon. Television and media and journals, newspapers, not journals, newspapers are demonizing Russia. There have been many wars. NATO, Yugoslavia, Iraq, even in Syria, get Libya, and there wasn't such outrage. This is a massacre. Every time they use a massacre, the word massacre. For NATO wars is collateral damage. And I speak my mind. Sorry, I have to take sides. I have to take Russia's side. Because what is the option? What option? Leave a country, have nuclear weapons just near the border. They found biological laboratories of very dangerous things. After what happened, we passed 2 years with a bar, and now they discovered that they're still experimenting. What side should I be on? I'm disregarding the old Nazi problem in Ukraine. They've been downsizing. No, it's not. It is. I've been following the news. So, I know I will lose friends. I'm in groups on Facebook and everything. Everybody has this fucking Ukrainian. This bloody. No. This beautiful blue and yellow flag. If most of people who side with Ukraine know the whole truth, I think 90% of those people would change their mind. I know I can get a strike from YouTube or Facebook just for daring speaking my mind. And everybody says, I don't side with Putin. Oh, they call Putin, they call even Russia, they call Putin like it's not Germany, it's Hitler. No, I side with him. In this situation, I hope they end the war as soon as possible and we will not end up with a nuclear war. And this is what everybody should hope for. They give weapons, so they want to destroy Russia through a new Vietnam. That's what they want to. But I can foresee that they will end the war after maximum tops 2 months. So in May they will end the war. I hope so. Other option is nuclear war. But people are not aware. We are on the verge of an actual, all-out, full-blown nuclear war. And this is the worst option. I mean, worse than this for the whole mankind is a meteorite. What? A meteorite that destroys the whole world. Other than your personal death. What is worse than that? People are completely disregarding the impending danger that looms above our heads. Never happened? Okay. You never died before you die. Okay? We shouldn't bank on the fact that it hasn't happened till now, it cannot not happen. If you have weapons, if you know, everybody knows that you're not going to use them, they are useless. So the whole idea of having nuclear weapons is that your enemy knows that you will use it. And when Russia, it was, the people sometimes say, no, well, they will never wage war. It happened. Oh, they will never drop nuclear bomb. If you keep on and you win the war against Russia, you mean you really causes big problems so Russia can collapse. That's the point. They will wage a nuclear war. They will never go down. If Russia goes down, the whole world goes down. So just for your sake, Russia will never invade the rest of the world, because even in this case there will be a nuclear war. From the other side. But a nuclear war cannot happen. It's just who starts, and then it's the end of everything. And people are not aware of this. This should be shitting in their pants. No, they did that because of the crown, the corona you wear, not for other things. I want to record this because even if we die, this will remain for future generation, if they'll still have some storage or whatever we do and record and upload on YouTube. But the danger is real, and we don't want to see it because it's fucking real and we cannot accept. We should go down the street and say, let Russia have Crimea, and let these two republics be independent or kind of independent. Let Ukraine should be free, not under Western or Eastern Russian influence. Should be like Switzerland. And let's move on with our lives. Ukraine want to embrace Eastern. They cannot. Like we Italians, we cannot go and be part of Russian influence. Even we wanted, for the most part, to embrace Russia. We're not allowed to. Okay, better than a nuclear war, isn't it? So why they live together? They can have Russian gas for not much money. They can prosper, not necessarily being in the European Union and NATO. Russia should withdraw, and as long as Ukraine has not nuclear weapons, biological dangerous laboratories, and as long as they don't bomb the Russophone parts of Ukraine, and they accept that now I have a brain fart. The peninsula, okay, is Russian. That's at the end of the day, I hope that we'll end up doing whatever Russia asked before the war. And why? So the gist of this long-winded speech is, speak your mind. If you don't want If you don't like what the Western countries are doing in Ukraine, sending weapons to make a longer war, say it. Don't be scared. Goodbye.